Thanks, everyone. We're here to show you the new scheduling system that we selected to use for this season. But before I get into the demonstration, I'll turn this over to Mauro for a quick introduction.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Mauro Guevara. I'm the refadmin. Just want to say thank you, Russ, for taking the time today and joining us so we can go over this new system. It's going to do a lot of great things for our region. So looking forward to put it to work down the fall. Jim?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Simpson. I'm the ref scheduler. So we used to do it with a spreadsheet and kind of sending out emails every week. Now you'll have a lot less communication in your inbox, and this system's going to be, a lot better for us to be able, and for you as well, to be able to see the schedule and be able to sign up, get automatic reminders and things like that. So I'm really excited about making the switch from the Google Sheets to this.
Okay. So with that, I will go ahead and share my screen. Can everyone see the screen?
Not quite yet on my end, Steve.
Okay.
There you go. Yep.
Okay. Oh, Chris Anderson. Okay. All right. So this is the sign-on screen for our new system, which is called CGI Sports. And I will be sending out an email to all of the people that were sent access to this call. Your account has been created in the system, but you will need to reset your password. So the process to reset the password will be using the email you received from me with the instructions on how to do that. Enter that email in here, right here, and then click the reset password. That will send you a link to that email, which when you click on that, it'll allow you to set or reset the password. There actually isn't one in there, but no one can sign in without resetting their password. And once you do that, you can come back to this page, which is cgisports.com/ref/6025, and that URL will be in the email also. And we will get the website updated with that link, so you can always go to the website to link that. Come back here. So I will demonstrate today with our famous Ref 12U user. And so let me log in. And after login, it'll take you to the search page, which will allow you to search for the games that you can sign up for. But before we get to that, I just want to get into this button here called My Profile. Okay. And so on this page, it has your first name, your last name, your user ID. You are able to modify those if you so choose. It lets you identify if you're an adult or a youth, and this is important when we have people sign up for their accounts, because you can also sign up for an account, whether you're new or a new ref or returning ref, your badge level. We're going to ask you to add your AR comfort level and your referee comfort level. I will be using that with Mauro to identify people that are developing a comfort for a higher level match, so that we can start to open up those games to you and work with you towards advancing your badge. What will be important for you to select is, in a listing here are all of our teams. And so you can select here the team or teams that you're earning your referee points for. The CGI Sports system will automatically calculate the points and assign them to those teams, making Carlos's life a lot easier for the games that you do. And so if you just select, if I say I'm supporting Olivia Holt, I do that. And if I modify my profile, this user is now supporting Olivia Holt. So that's basically all I wanted to show you there. If you have more than one team, you can select more and it'll show up there. All right, so then going to the search. There's a number of ways that you can look for games. This user has is an intermediate referee, so they're have access to all of our games 8U to 12U, including the girls U 11U girls extra team. So let's just say that I want to look for a 12U boys game, and I'm on business travel the first 3 weeks of the season, so I need to look out starting in October 7th, and I want to look to see what games are open through October 28th. I can limit the times. If I'm only available in the morning, I can pick times, or I can just pick all time. I'm going to go for all time. The locations here, everything is in Torrey Pines Park, so you don't need to select that. And we have all of our fields listed, and you don't have to select that either. There is an option here if you want to show only games with open positions, only open referees, if that's all I'm interested in. And then for other people, they can check to see if entries are requested or the slots are filled. So I'm going to leave this open for all of the available records, and then you can also change how it sorts for you. But then once I set my selection criteria, I hit view records. And then it says, okay, based off of the 3 weeks that I had there's 12 matches for me that I have the option to select from. And I say, okay, I am available at the 8 o'clock game on October 7th. I want to be the center referee. And I'm looking to be mentored on this because I'm looking to be groomed to be an advanced referee. So I'm going to request a mentor. So I can click that box to get a mentor. And I'm available to be an AR on this game, and I don't need a mentor for that. And so those are the 2 games that I'm available for. I just go down here and I make my request, and I get a confirmation message that says the games were assigned to me, and then it will show me. It's supposed to show me. Looks like things are a little slow. And then it'll show me that I am assigned to the game, and it shows me the team that I'm earning my points for. And it also shows me that I have selected a mentor, and there we are. So one of the things that the system allows us to do is up until 2 games before the scheduled date of your game, this drop button or link will be there. So if your schedule changes and you're not able to fulfill your come and do that game, you can come here and you can drop the game from the system. That will this link will disappear 2 days before the scheduled date of your match. If you need to change your schedule after this drop goes away, please reach out to Jim and let him know that you can't make that game. We can remove you from the schedule, and then we can work to find someone to fill your slot. So because of that, I would ask, even though you can go out and you can schedule yourself out through the total end of the season, please refrain from doing that because no one knows what their schedule is going to be like really more than 2 weeks out. So I'm trying to avoid as much churn on the schedule as possible. So that's how you would go ahead and schedule. I will show what it does to do a drop. You click the drop. Do you want to? Oh, I changed my mind. I don't. Or yes, I dropped the game. And then that game has been dropped. One other feature I'd like to show you, and see that the game is gone. One other feature I'd like to show you. Okay, there we go. Is this My Schedule button. So if I click on that, it will return for me all of the games that I have signed up for and what team I have credited those points for. So here I can give that to them. If I have more than one team, both of those teams would show up in this list box, and I can assign my points and reassign those points during the season to align them differently. What we can also do is, if this list is hopefully long and illustrious because you're signing up for a lot of games, I can filter this just for the games that are the start dates, so I can look at just those games. So if I want to see just this weekend's games, it will show me that. And I have the option to export this to Excel. So I could load that onto my phone as a Google Doc, or to show my family how proud I am of my schedule. I can print it off and I can put it on the refrigerator. And that's pretty much it. That's how the system works. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. Hopefully it'll make it easier for y'all to sign up for games. One of the things that is very nice about this system is that when we're in the results page, it is user-friendly on a phone or a tablet. So it'll make it much easier for you to sign up on a game using your phone or tablet. And that is the end of my presentation. I guess we can open this up for questions.
Steve, there's a question in there regarding will a refadmin receive an email notification for anyone who may dropped?
So the referee scheduler is going to get the notification that the summon is dropped, but that notification goes out immediately upon the drop happening.
Maybe Jim can put an auto forward for those notifications tomorrow.
Or we can change it so tomorrow gets it. There's that option too. And there was a question about being able to print the schedule. Yes,
Yes.
we can print the schedule out of here. I can show you, Carlos, how that works. But basically, we just do an export off of the search screen, the search results screen, and it'll export all the games and who's assigned to each match.
There was another question that just popped in from Mike. You mentioned access on phone or tablet. Is there an app?
No, there's not an app. We just go right through your Safari or Chrome browser on the phone.
And I remember looking at it. I was concerned for a second, but no, it works pretty well, right, Steve? As far as just using your browser on your phone, works fine.
Yeah. It's a very lightweight HTML web app, so it works really well on the phone.
It's pretty simple for the user. Sign up for a game, you get a notification, pretty easy.
Yes. Oh, and one thing to also note is 3 days before your game, you will receive an email from the system as a reminder of the games that you have that day over the weekend.
That gives you 24 hours before the drop date.
Donnie was asking, when is it going out to coaches?
Coaches, it's going to go out to all referees.
Yeah.
And I will send out an email tonight to everyone that was sent to this call with instructions on how to reset your password, because you'll need to do that to be able to sign into the system. And then once you've reset your password, you can sign in and start signing up for games.
Hey, Steve, this is Carlos. So, obviously you've done this for many, many years. Did you ever find a problem with allowing them to sign up like 4 weeks, 5 weeks in advance, and then they just, even I know there's a reminder, but they just don't show up? Did that create a problem? Obviously, you came from a region that was a lot bigger, but or did it just?
No, it wasn't. Didn't find it as an issue.
I think that's why we always lock it down from week to. Is there a way just to lock it down from week to week or not?
No, unfortunately, no.
Oh.
It might be a situation where the ref admins would obviously have to make sure to check every week at some point in time.
And
Yeah.
in my past life, when we used this in Region 34, it didn't stop the weekly email to go out to say, hey, we need help, because the games out in future weeks weren't full and we still needed the help. So I was actively working the schedule.
So every week, the way, just so you know, what I do on a weekly basis is obviously Jim sends out the schedule, or used to send out the schedule on Mondays. And then on Tuesdays, I would text that same link, because it was a live document, to the coaches. And then I would text it again on Wednesday night. And then I would, if there was anything missing, spots missing, then I would start texting or calling individual coaches on Thursday night, Friday morning. Will this still give me the ability to see what's open?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah, so to
Absolutely.
let me see.
Yeah, there's actually a specific let me share my screen and I'll show you. So if I go and if I search and I want to just take all divisions and I search for open slots. And you can just
Okay.
say, I want to see the open slots for opening weekend.
Okay.
And then what I'll get back from that is the games that have open slots. And here, granted, we're getting a lot of them because, no one signed up yet, right?
Okay.
So if this game here were completely full, it would not show up in the search for games with open slots. And then from this, you can go ahead with your access, you'd be able to export this as Excel. So you would be able to then use that and do whatever manipulation you wanted to do off of that.
Okay, so then I would be able to say, hey, here are these games that are still open. Can you guys log in and see if you can do any of them?
Right. I mean, so you could see it here, or you could make that as an attachment to your email that these are the open slots, however you wanted to do that.
I just want to, it's going to be a learning curve for the coaches, right? Some of them are very good with computers and some of them are very good with software. Some of them are not. So that's
Well,
what,
I'd like to think that this falls in the category of not needing a whole lot. I mean,
yeah, no, I know it's just going to be a learning curve, right? So,
oh, of course.
it seems very, very intuitive, very easy, but some make sure that they understand and get it, right? So,
Hey, so Carlos, if that's the case and somebody can't figure it out, I'm sure they could just send us a message. Mauro will sign them up or Jim will sign them up for whatever game they're looking for.
Yeah, I
Until
would
they
love
get
to.
that learning, that repetitiveness and people figure it out.
yeah,
Carlos,
no, perfect.
hey Carlos, just do me a favor. If you start getting any requests to put back, make sure to go through Jim so Jim can start working the schedule, myself or Steve. Right? I know you send your emails, but if you start kind of let us be part of that process so we can start signing up people, kind of go through the refadmin process.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I know that you guys are all we're all super busy, right? So I'm pretty flexible with my schedule. I can stop at any point, any time. So that's why I kind of just do it that way. I know Jim's super busy during the day. So the only time he'd be able to do would be after 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Right. So, and I know you're busy, you're out of town a lot of times. Steve's busy at work. Well, but again, I try to always copy you guys on it, right? A lot of times I have to convince people to do it, right? I know that you guys want them to volunteer, but just so you know, it doesn't always happen that way. Right, Fabian? Where you at, Fabian?
I got you.
So that's why I do it that way. I just try to make sure we're covered, right? Yeah. But yeah, of course, I'll always copy you guys on it.
I think the biggest takeaway from that, Carlos, is just, to make sure that you're whenever you're talking to these people to do it, like you try to, get them to use the system. It's a very user-friendly system. So rather than, and unless they do have difficulties with using that technology, getting them to go in and sign up for that game rather than us having to manually edit all the time.
Oh, no. I'm not. That's not what I'm worried about. The
Yeah.
software thing I know is going to be learning curve, right? But it's more of them looking at see what's available and them actually jumping in and actually doing it, right? So that's what
Right.
happens on Thursday night, Friday morning.
I
Because
just
I know
worry,
Mauro likes to get it done by Thursday.
yeah. I just worry if you're, sending out a spreadsheet, or something like that that shows those open slots, that they're going to fill something in on that spreadsheet and send it back to you that way, and then expect, you or one of us to, go in and add that where, it's, maybe you just want to have that as a list on the email. That way they just, have that list of games and they're like, oh, I can do that one. I can log into the system real quick and, and add that by just a click of a button.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to leave it. If anything, I think I would export it into a PDF or we Excel and then print it as a PDF. So
Yeah,
they see
there
it,
you
so
go.
they don't fill it out. Yeah, no, they
Yeah.
have to do it on the system.
Yeah, I like that idea with the PDF. That's great.
By the
Yeah,
way,
so I was-
real quick, speaking about the system, so I think Aaron kind of asked a question, which Aaron, I don't think that's going to fly. But so he's basically saying, as I'm trying to get a lot of my team as youth referees, can I go in and register for all slots in a game under just me, then have my youth show up to simplify it rather than having them enter it as individuals to register?
No, that's not gonna fly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sorry, I won't talk for you guys. Feel free to Steve or Mauro.
Yeah, so the system won't allow you to sign up for, it looks for conflicts in the schedule also.
Yeah.
So if you select the 2 games that would conflict, it's going to alert you that that's not possible. And so if you tried to sign up for 3 slots on the same game, it would show as a conflict. So no, sorry.
Okay. No, yeah, no worries. I just figured that would simplify things because I know it's going to be like trying to herd cats, getting the girls, because obviously they'll want to do games together. That's part of it, is the team building and kind of doing a lot of that. But I'll just kind of coordinate with them ahead of time.
Yeah, also, Aaron, you don't have to be fully registered too and approved for them to referee too. So they cannot just put your name on it, come over and just take a game. That's not gonna happen.
So just so you know, actually, Mauro, like a couple of them are already done.
Yeah,
that's good. It gets
tomorrow
good.
I have 10 of my girls done, and I think I have 2 more still getting done. So
Yeah,
I know
I
some
should
of
actually
I know
have my
some
whole
of
team.
them.
yeah, they're pretty close. That's awesome, Aaron. They're pretty close to being done, man. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I know they're excited about it. That's why I was just trying to see if but what we'll do is we'll jump in there and we'll look ahead at like our weekends. I guess we get to later September, October, and we'll try to kind of coordinate. So we'll work around it. That's cool. I was just seeing if I could do it as kind of the coach, but that works perfect.
No, I appreciate you sending them over.
No, yeah, for sure.
All right, just as a time check, this meeting will automatically end in 10 minutes. It's a Zoom feature that I have inherited.
What else, Steve? Anything else?
That is it for me. So again, I will send out an email to everyone tonight with instructions on how to reset your password and how to determine what your user ID is. It's basically the first part of your email address. So in my case, it would be rdra if I had set it up that way. So because my email address is rdra@ayso1463.org. So I just pulled the name at the front part of the email address and made that your user ID. And as I pointed out in the profile, if you don't like that as your user ID, you can change it. The system will allow you to change your user ID and your password, as it's keyed off of an internal key to know who you are.
Also, that system will allow you to change that email, your primary email as well. So if the email that is for the referee is one that you'd rather have a different email that you're using now or something like that, you can switch that as well.
And then on my end, just so everybody here knows, I'm going to post this video as well on the referee portal, on the admin portal. And then Steve, on your end, I absolutely don't expect you to write every single thing you just kind of talked about in this meeting, obviously, but maybe just whatever you think is incredibly vitally important, even if it's a few bullet points, and maybe I'll add that to the actual website as well, right above the video. But I'll post that for you guys and for everybody up there as well on the website.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, no, I fully intended to, in the email, provide instructions and also instructions on how to get through the scheduling component with some screenshots and stuff. Not too long, because it'll be a too long, don't read kind of situation, but just a couple things as reminders of how to do the search. But it's pretty intuitive, and once you go through the search a couple times, it becomes like second nature.
Perfect.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate that for bringing us, getting us aware of the systems. Pretty good. I like it. I think it's gonna do great things for our region. Thank you for taking the time. We're doing all the
No, happy to do it. Happy to do
giving us
it.
training last night.
It's all good.
All right. We all good to go. We get to let everybody go.
Yeah, we've got just a couple minutes left anyway. So
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well,
Yes. Steve, can you hang out for a second afterwards? 2 minutes.
sure.
Oh my gosh, Carlos. No.
All right, everybody else. Thank you so much. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you,
Mauro. Thank
Steve.
you, everybody. Thank you,
You're
Jim.
welcome.
Everybody. Have a
Thank
good night,
you.
everyone.
Good night.